bitch. We in the building. We in the building. We in the building. We in the building, bitch. We in the building.
Finally. Come on, it's been a minute. Let me just soak this in real quick.
Get yourself together, sir. Get yourself together.
Finally, RZeroB and PTA have come back to BGN.
Hey, you know what? Hold on a second. I hate the way this looks. Let me just. Okay, yeah. This is terrible. This is terrible. Yeah, let's just get the aesthetics right here, right? Let's get the aesthetic. You like the bubble. You like the classic. You like the block. You don't like the minimum. I know you don't like the minimum. You can just get the bubble.
Oh, yeah, I
okay?
like it big.
Yeah, we got that right there. The big and blue. Okay,
big and blue.
We got that right there. Okay, cool. We got that.
All right.
All right. We're just trying to get
it's been a week.
Yeah. So been a whole last week. You can't expect me to still know how to do this shit. Okay, you just can't. All right.
Listen, I know that's why you have me here.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You have me here.
Continue.
Thank you. Which means that finally RZeroB and PTA have come back to Giants Talk. Now, for those of you watching, you guys are aware that the true YouTube entertainment, amazingly handsome man that is me, was not here last week, but I am back. And ladies and gentlemen, we are better than ever before. In today's show, we have an electrifying, monumental show that will have you talking for a lifetime. We're going to talk about that Rudy Poo candy ass.
Who?
James Bradbury.
Oh, yeah. We got to talk about that.
We're going to be talking about those amazing position battles that the New York Football Giants will be having. And we will talk about, without a shadow of a doubt, this monkey-ass, candy-ass, shitty-ass division we call the NFC East.
It sucks!
So do RZeroB and my man PTA a favor. Go grab your rice cakes. Go grab your oatmeal. Go grab your steak, your burgers, your hot dogs, your fast food, McDonald's, Taco Bell. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that when you turn on your TV screen, your cell phone, your laptop, your iPad, or if you still got an iPod, you got us on there.
What the fuck are you doing with an iPod? It's 2022.
It's 2022. You're damn right. Sit back, shut your mouth, and enjoy the show, because to be the man.
Woo! Wait, no, that's not it.
Oh, that's not it.
That's not it.
I knew.
This always happens to us at this point in this thing.
I draw a blank.
Hold on a second.
Help me, please?
Yeah. Let me. You can't see me. No, that's not it either.
Whoa.
That's not it.
We will not be repping Fruity Pebbles on this stream. I can tell you that right now.
My bad. Oh, you know what? That touched a sore spot with you. I'm sorry about that. Okay.
It's okay. Okay, hold on a second. I got it right here.
Okay.
I am the game. No, that's not it either. That's not.
You
know what?
What's up?
It just hit me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what's up?
I think I know what it is.
Okay, are you sure about this?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, all right.
Just let it. Listen, I don't know what's gonna happen, but whatever happens, just let it go. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
If you smell RZeroB.
That way. This way. And this over there. Fucking eyebrow thing. There's your eyebrow thing right there. Fix the hat. Wipe the dirt off your shoulder. Get your mind right. Go into the kitchen.
It's cooking.
Well, how you doing, Rob? How you doing today, Rob?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing really, really good. It's good to be back. I'm just fixing this cam here. It's good to be back, man. Took a week off. Had some things to take care of. But it's good to be back, man. I'm happy to be here.
Sweet.
Missed everybody.
I mean, you all right, I guess. you all right, I guess. You know what I mean? It was a little lonely. Taking on Justin Pinnock, and the Kush was there too. It was kind of difficult. Taking them on by myself. It was a handicap match, but
yeah, I know.
But we are the BGN Tag Team Champions of the world. We are. And I had to just nut up. You know what I mean? I had to defend our strap.
And I gotta say, I don't know if you're watching, but Justin, where the hell do you go plug in your amazing weight loss program on my show without consent? I mean, I honestly think if you get sponsored, we deserve 20% of the sponsorship.
No, I don't need 20% of the sponsorship. I just need to know how you keeping that weight off, because I'm getting ready to get shredded.
I mean, you look great.
And the next step is steroids. I'm just saying, like, that's the next step is your boy gonna be shooting up the steroids, HGH, fucking deer antler, the whole 9 yards. I'm just gonna be like, yeah. I can't.
I found out 2 things last week.
Oh, what's that?
Okay, I found out. And actually, this was one thing that we failed to mention in the pre-call that we're going to talk about a little bit. We'll touch on a little bit. That Justin is super skinny right now.
Super skinny.
And according to an interview that he did with some amazing individual this past week, he loves Hemi engines in Dodge trucks.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I did not know that he had a hard-on for trucks.
Yeah, he's a big truck motherfucker. You know what I mean? Listen, he is a big truck motherfucker.
Listen, bro. Never mind. I'm gonna keep it to myself.
No,
I'll DM him privately.
DM. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Keep it off the show. Keep it PG around.
Well, okay. Well, since you brought it up, right? There was a fantastic interview that was done this week by friends of the show, Talking Giants. And Bobby Skinner, Justin Pinnock, they was fortunate enough to go into a van down by the river.
See, that just doesn't even sound right.
They were in a fucking van. Bro, they were in a whole ass van.
We're not just talking about like any. It
was like a Bang Bros van. I mean, it was a huge fucking van.
Yes,
that was a big ass.
It's something that you like. I don't even want to go there.
Listen, Bobby Skinner looked small in the van. That's how big the fan is. If you've never seen Bobby Skinner in real life, this man's a fucking giant, okay? That motherfucker is like 6'15", all right? The dude's fucking gigantic. He's a big son bitch, and he looked small in that van. And so did Andrew Thomas, who was the interviewee.
Feet were hanging out the side of the van.
Hey, yo,
they were hanging out the side of the van.
Hey, yo, these motherfuckers got some big ass shoes. Let's start there. Him and Bobby, they both got big ass shoes, man.
Well,
I thought I had big ass shoes.
What they say when you got big feet?
You wear big shoes. Shoes are fucking hard as hell to get in Asia. That's what they say. That's what they say. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sure. That's what they say.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what they say about people with big feet. They can't find fucking shoes in Asia. No, I'm telling you that from experience. I wear a size 12 or 13 shoe, depending upon the brand, and I can't find neither one of them motherfuckers in Asia. I couldn't find shoes, and they had bomb ass shoes in Asia too, and I wanted to buy them, but they didn't have my size. It sucks. Anyway.
I mean,
the interview was fantastic.
When you got big feet.
Yeah, that's what happens. I'm sorry, you open that can of worms. So the interview was absolutely fantastic. We got to learn a lot of things about not only AT as a player, but as a person, likes to play piano. I think that's actually pretty cool, right? I always dig people who are into music, and he offered to play at Justin and or Bobby's wedding for free. So that's pretty cool. Now, y'all better hold him to that, okay? I'm just saying,
100%.
Y'all better hold him to that because he said he would do the wedding. He'd play piano at your wedding for free, okay? So y'all better hold him to that. I better see, because I'm going to be at either one of their weddings. I'm going to be there in person, okay? And I better see AT on the piano.
It's got to be.
Hitting them ivories. Hitting them ivories. What did you think of the interview? What were your thoughts after peeping that? And how many times did you watch the video also?
I watched it like once, almost like all the way like towards the end, and then I went back for like, bits and pieces. Mm-hmm. I mean, look, to be honest, anybody, that's a part of what we do, being able to sit down and have an interview with arguably, the best player on the Giants roster right now, in Andrew Thomas. I mean, that's unheard of. I'm sure throughout the course of the year, on Wednesdays when we were doing the boiling point, Twitter Spaces, and Justin and Will were in there. I'm sure in nowhere time during the season, did Justin ever think that he'd be sitting in a large
porno van. A porno van
next to the water where you could
next to the fucking water because they were at the Meadowlands, so they were right next to the fucking water. They were in a big ass porno van right next to the water.
I mean, literally could have taken him out and thrown him in the water. Like
Bobby Skinner has a rag that smells like chloroform. Okay, I'm just putting it out.
I honestly think there may have potentially been an abduction plan, and it just fell through when they realized how big this motherfucker was when he got into the van.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but
great interview, and I'm happy for them. They were, and I hope that it continues and stuff like that, and and so kudos to them. Being able to get that interview.
Huge shout out to Talking Giants, man. Huge shout out. I always listen. I love to see people win. Okay, like at the end of the day, if one of us make it, then we all made it, right? So I just love to see people win. I was so excited when I saw that they were interviewing him. I couldn't wait to watch the interview. I watched the interview twice because I watched it while I was at work, right? Because the interview came out while I was at work. So I was sitting at my desk and I was listening to it, as I was working. And then I listened to it again halfway to the way home. I listened to about half of it, and I listened to the other half when I was outside on my deck. Just drinking a beer while Otis the Goat was running around out there like a maniac. I listened to the rest of it, and it's it's absolutely awesome that Talking Giants was able to do this. I'm super proud of them. I'm a huge fan. I've been a huge fan of it for a long time. Even before I got into this content creator thing, I was a fan of a lot of these people. And just watching the journey, man, the journey is absolutely amazing. So shout out to them, and shout out to AT for even agreeing to do the interview because he didn't have
100%.
Shout out to him for agreeing to do it.
He could have said no. He could have turned him down. You know what I mean? Like, and he didn't. And that speaks to that dude's character and who he is as a player, as an individual, as a man, and that's awesome.
Now, let me just give a quick shout out to the people in the chat. World 21 is in the building. Don Vito is in the building. Afghanistan baby, oh yeah, is in the building. What is going on? Nate Talks Football is in the building with his terrible food takes. What's going on, Nate? How the hell are all y'all doing? Nate got some terrible food takes, and the only reason why his terrible food takes are terrible is because he says that my food takes are terrible, and my food takes are goated. So if my food takes are goated, and he thinks my food takes are terrible, then that means his food takes are ass.
Listen, I will say this, Nate. You never, ever, ever, ever want to come at a man's food. You can't do it, bro. Can't do it. Can't do it. Absolutely not. It's like a code. You know, you don't tug on Superman's cape. You
Mm-hmm.
don't piss in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
You don't judge another man's food,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't abandon ship and join the enemy. Speaking of which, perfect opportunity.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Like
Yes.
what I did there? You like what I did there?
I like what you did there.
To go into the next part, the next topic here. Obviously, we're going to talk about James Bradbury. Signed a deal today. With the with
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Swallowed it. It's okay.
Hold on a second.
I swallowed it. Oh, I'm a man. I don't need no drink. I just swallowed it. God damn, Bradbury. So God damn.
So this man,
God damn, Bradbury.
this man played
Bradbury.
for Patrick Mahomes.
Oh,
This guy could have went and played with Joe Burrow.
Oh, Bradbury.
This guy could have went anywhere, and he chose to.
I took
in the face of the New York Giants and join the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, Bradbury, you're probably not watching because you think you're too cool.
He's not watching. He doesn't know who the fuck.
Okay, but if you ever somehow come across this video, I love you, man. I do. And I appreciate the 2 years that you gave, to the Giants. Servitude. I appreciate that. But I'm not going to lie, man. I'd be lying if I said that I hope that you bring a fire extinguisher to the games, because I hope that Kadarius Toney set your little ass on fucking fire and breaks your ankles, so to the point where you're like, yo, coach, I need a minute, coach, coach.
I don't quite know.
You know what I'm saying? Or KG be jumping up and put his nutsack on your face, or Wan'Dale Robinson coming out and just trucking the shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm hoping. Thoughts on the move? I expected it. I don't think that it really, to be honest, from a scheme perspective, I don't think that it benefited the Eagles, like trying to learn our scheme, because he wasn't there. He never got a playbook.
No.
So he doesn't know anything. It's a new offense, new scheme. So it's not like he can – the only thing he could probably give off would be tendencies based upon, being in practice.
Yeah.
Hey, they like to do this, and he likes to do it like this, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But those tendencies are probably going to change with the coaching staff and how they want to play. They'll probably change that up. And so initial thoughts, wasn't very surprised. I think it's another desperate move, another Howie Roseman trying to fuck the Giants type of deal that's just going to blow up in smoke, like the Wentz contract, like A.J. Brown's contract will end up being, and this and everything else that he decided to do. So, again, I have no issue with it, to be honest with you. Because I don't feel like it's a benefit to the Eagles whatsoever. It's no secret that Bradbury is a one-trick pony. Okay, great player. I would definitely put him.
You call him a one-trick pony right now?
When I say a one-trick pony, I mean like the guy's not good in man-to-man coverage. We saw that in the beginning of the year. He was getting
coverage guy, yeah.
He's his own coverage guy, so he's a one-trick type of pony. Now he does that very, very well, and he's a great player. I would definitely maybe put him in the top 5 of corners in the NFL right now. I would put him in the top 5. You could argue it.
I say top 10, but
you
definitely
could
top
argue
10.
top 5. He's definitely in the top 7 or top 8 for sure, I would say.
Yeah, okay.
But you could make an argument for top 5.
Yeah,
At the end of the
sure.
day,
Sure.
It is what it is. I don't think when I see what he struggled against last year and I look at what we have, I think he's going to struggle against us. Because Slay is going to be on KG. KG is still the number 1 receiver. And you're going to have Tony and Robinson being covered by James Bradbury. And Bradbury couldn't cover a quick short receiver to save his life last year. So I think he's against us. I'm not going to speak for everybody else, but I think he's going to struggle. I think we're going to get the best of him both games that we play against Philadelphia. Thoughts?
Very interesting. So when I saw that he had signed the contract, I tweeted, "Damn, Bradbury! Now, why you want to go and do that?" And I believe I said, "You're a great player, but now you're the ops." And that's kind of the way I feel about it, right? I'm not going to sit here. Hey, what's going on, Levance? Appreciate it.
What's up?
I'm not going to sit here and try to downplay Bradbury's ability. I'm not saying that that's what you're doing, but I'm not going to sit here and downplay his ability, right? I didn't want to lose Bradbury. I thought Bradbury could be a helpful piece to the puzzle. Obviously, that didn't work out, and he got released, and we knew he was going to go somewhere, and there's always a chance that a rival will grab up a player from a team. It happens so often that it's not surprising to me. Now, it sucks that he's going to play on the Eagles. It does.
It does.
It absolutely fucking sucks that I have to watch Bradbury on the other side of the Giants twice a season, at least for this one season. But I am glad that the man got his bag. I am glad that the man is making a crazy ass amount of money, by the way, because he still owed money from the Giants. The Giants is paying him, and the Eagles is paying him. He getting his bag, and I'm glad he's getting his bag. Danny Thomas is in the building. What's going on, Danny? But I just it doesn't move the needle for me. It doesn't make me feel afraid. It doesn't make me feel worried. It doesn't make me feel concerned. We don't even know if he fits the Eagles scheme. We don't even know if he's going to be a good fit on that team. And if Bradbury has a bad season, it's not because he sucks. It's because he's not a good fit in their scheme. I also don't.
I mean, I think that Philly runs a lot of man, don't they?
They
run a lot of man.
I mean, they blitz quite a bit.
They do.
They blitz quite a bit.
You're going to be putting him on an island. I mean, that's not how he doesn't play well like that. Like I think they ran a lot of man defense last year. That they bring a lot of pressure. They get a lot of pressure with their front four. The front four is good. I'm not going to cap and lie about it. The front four is good. They get pressure with it. But I mean, you're going to put them on an island. And I think there's going to be a lot of for me personally, when I look at Wan'Dale and I look at Tony, a lot of people want to say that they're very similar in skill set. I somewhat disagree with that. I look at Wan'Dale Robinson as a Deebo Samuel type of player that can line up as running back. I think he can line up at wide receiver, tight end. I think he's a guy that you can maneuver all across the entire offense. I really do. The only position he might not be, and again, this is speculation, not a real thing, but only thing he probably can't do is quarterback. So I think Tony, we've seen him throw the football. He threw a pass last year. I think that they're really gonna. I think that those two. I think that KG this year is going to be the red zone threat, along with Ricky Seals-Jones, because I think Ricky Seals is 6'4", 6'5", tall guy.
Yeah.
And KG's 6'4". I think we're going to see those guys in the red zone, but I think what's going to be cutting everybody up is going to be Wandale and Kadarius.
And I mean,
underneath and in the middle routes. I
think
that's what they're going to do.
It's going to be tough to defend that. But here's my thing, right? And I guess I give you a bit of a precursor to later on in the show when we talk about this division as a whole. When I look at what this Eagles defense has done, Bradbury could be that missing piece, though, right? Is he great in man? Not necessarily, but as long as he can cover for 4 seconds, because their ability to rush the passer is going to be scary. Okay, like this. Listen, no cap. The Eagles' ability to rush passer is going to be scary. So like, it's going to really depend. It's going to really depend on how that front seven does. Bird Gang is in the building as we're talking about the stupid ass Eagles. What's going on,
Bird Gang?
The boss is in the building. I feel like I'm not afraid of Bradbury on the Eagles, but I am concerned about what he could bring, especially if the Eagles pass rush is as dangerous as it looks on paper, right? Obviously, no one's hit the field, no one's played yet, so we really don't know. But I mean, like when I look at what this Eagle team did, just from a defensive standpoint, I say to myself, okay, this looks a little scary. Not gonna lie, all right. Fuck the Eagles, by the way, but I'm not gonna lie that these mofos look scary because they kind of do. And Bradbury makes him a little more scarier, but I don't know if he moves the needle for me. Does that make sense? That's kind of how.
I mean, no, I could get with you with that. I could get with you with that.
Yeah. So it sucks. And here we go. Bird Gang. Let me ask you a question. Since you in here and you're an Eagles fan, how much shit was you talking about Bradbury last season and the season before? How many times did you say that James Bradbury ain't that good? Like how many times did you say it? And keep it funky. I just want you to keep it funky. How many times did you call Bradbury trash? Now, I know it's on wax, so we can go back and see it, but I'm just curious, because now you talk about how y'all legit, how y'all definitely the best in the East because of Bradbury, but how much trash was you talking about that man? I just want to know. I
didn't think he was talking a lot of trash, if you ask me.
Hey, listen, let's just keep it funky. Because I've been watching the Twitters today, and I've been seeing a bunch of Eagles fans saying all kinds of stuff about how happy they are that Bradbury's here. But a lot of those fans was the same ones that was like, we mollywop Bradbury, he ain't shit. He was on the Giants. He's definitely a great number 2. I think we're gonna end the stream. Yeah, I think we're gonna. How do I take BGN off of everything here? This dirty son of a bitch. This dirty son of a bitch. Do y'all hear this man? No, you don't hear this man because he's typing. Can y'all read this man? Are you serious right now? I just want everybody to see. This is what the boss says. The boss is on drugs. The inmates are running the asylum. Cats and dogs living together. It's fucking bedlam. It's fucking bedlam. Call the ambulance. Oh my God. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I am kidding. All right.
All right. So we talked about Bradbury.
Yeah,
we're gonna come back to talking about the shitcoals. I mean, the Eagles.
The chicken sandwiches, yeah. Mm-hmm. The turduckens, yeah. We'll talk about them.
Let's talk about obviously, one thing that I really do like what Joe and Brian and the coaching staff did this year was they added a lot of depth at a lot of positions. Now there's some positions that are a little bit low in depth, like the corner position, safety position. Those are a little bit light, but for the most part, there's a lot of positional battles, and they're probably going to bring more, undrafted free agents. Maybe free agents, stuff like that. A lot of battles.
They just brought 4 new players on today.
They did. What are and
Two
corners, like this?
2 cornerbacks, by the way, 2 corners.
One was with Dallas last year.
Yes, but they both played with Mink in Baltimore. I'm sorry, with Wink.
With Wink. So they're very familiar with his system.
Yes, they are. They're familiar with.
Give me your top 3 positional battles that you're looking forward to, and why are you looking forward to it? And when I ask that question, I mean, like, what players within those battles really do you have your eye on that you would like to see what they're capable of? Is it a late round guy? Is it a second or third year guy? Is it one of the rookies?
Yeah.
What player are you really looking for at positions, at the 3 positions you choose, to really step up and see what they're able to do?
Wow. Okay. Let's see. I am very interested in the left guard battle. Very interested in the left guard battle. And the reason why I'm interested in the left guard battle is because I really don't know who it's going to be. Andrew Thomas talked about Shane Lemieux, and how that's one of his guys. And I believe that, birds of a feather tend to flock together. So I think Shane Lemieux has probably the same work ethic and drive as Andrew Thomas probably has. Mm-hmm. And so I'm interested to see how much work he has put in the offseason to get himself ready to come out here and play. Now, obviously, he's coming off of an injury. But I've always liked Shane Lemieux. I've always liked Shane Lemieux. I liked him coming out of Oregon. And I thought that he would be I can't even tell you what I just saw just now. Oh my God. Anyway, Jesus Christ. This is why we'll never be on TV. So I'm very interested in seeing what happens at the left guard position. Okay. So that's my number one position battle is what's going to happen at left guard, because we don't know. I think the next battle that I'm very interested in is the off-ball linebacker battle.
You're talking interior.
I'm not talking about our edge rushers, because I don't know if we're running the 3-4, 4-3 hybrid. I don't know. I would assume that we're running the 3-4 because the Ravens.
That's what Wink ran.
Yeah, they tend to run a 3-4. So I'm pretty sure we're probably staying in that kind of a set. So I'm not talking about our outside linebackers, because those are now edge rushers. Those are no longer linebackers, right? So when we're talking about off-ball linebackers, yes, the interior, the inside linebackers, the middle linebackers, whichever one the term you want to use for it, that's specifically what I'm talking about, because there are a lot of linebackers on this roster right now, like a lot. And I want to know, one, how's Blake Martinez looking? I think that's very important. I am super, super excited to see Mika McFadden. Very excited to see him. Oh my God, what was the name of our last pick?
Beavers.
Beavers, thank you. I was thinking squirrel for some reason. Beavers. I want to see what Beavers can do. So I'm definitely interested in seeing what these young guys can do in this off-ball linebacker. What's going on? CG? Appreciate you popping through. If y'all have not gone over to CG Ruthless Sports, let me just pop this bad boy up so you can see what it look like. CJ Ruthless Sports. If you have not gone to subscribe to that, man, do it immediately. Great 49ers content right there. So if you want to know what the 49ers is doing, that's who you need to be talking to. I'm very excited to see what these young linebackers are going to do. And then I think my third position battle, nickel corner. I think nickel corner is going to be interesting, man, because we got options. We legit got options. Darnay Holmes can play in the slot. Aaron Robinson can play in the slot. Flott could play in the slot. So like we've got some and what about you, Bird Gang? You're an Eagles fan. That's what about you. Don't go follow that ass.
Don't fucking matter.
Don't go follow Bird Gang. He likes the Eagles. Ew. Nah, go show Bird Gang some love, man. He's the boss, and he's the reason why all this happens.
He plays all the Bills.
Yeah, he sure does play all the Bills, man. So yeah, nickel corner, man. Nickel corner is super interesting because there's 3 players right now that I potentially think could start as a slot corner, as that nickel corner. And again, Darnay Holmes, Aaron Robinson, or Flott. Like those 3 players, I'm like, all right, yo, there's an opportunity here. Who's going to step up? And then the question is does one of them play well enough to where they get that number 2 corner spot? Because we don't know who the number 2 corner is right now. So if we've got, options like that, then I'm interested to see what this is going to look like. Because I'm telling you, man, I really, really think that this cornerback room, is interesting. I'm not saying that I love it. I'm not saying that I hate it. I'm just saying that it's very interesting, and I'm really excited to see how this all plays out. So yeah, that's my answer. Rob, what's your answer?
Well, what I was trying to look up to kind of get an idea. And if anybody knows where I can find it, I would be greatly appreciative of it. But trying to find where I could find the formations and how many times he ran certain formations, Wink Martindale, last year or the couple of years before that, to kind of see what formations he actually really enjoyed or what are his primaries, how many times he came out in 4-3 or a hybrid or 3-4 nickel, like to try to see the percentages. I'm trying to find that. Wasn't able to. If I find it, I'll shoot it over to PTA so that he could tweet it out so that we could get that information out. But one thing that I did find is in 2018, average points against for Wink Martindale, they were ranked number 1.
Mm-hmm.
In 2019, they were ranked 3rd.
Mm-hmm. 2020,
they were ranked 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, they were ranked 18th, and they were decimated with injuries
yeah.
at the corner position. Average yards per game, they were 6th in 2018, 3rd in 2019,
okay,
1st in 2020, and 24th last year, again, due to a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
So
injuries.
Clearly, Wink Martindale knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to the defensive side of the ball, I'm with you. I would say that I was going to say the offensive line in general.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of know.
Yeah, we kind of know.
We kind of know the starter, but I like the fight because we have a lot of guys that we drafted, a lot of guys that we signed. Max Garcia, Mark Lewinsky, Gano. We have a lot of guys that we signed, not to mention the 2 rookies that we took.
Mm-hmm.
You have Feliciano, you have Shane Lemieux, Matt Parrott. We've got a lot of different positions there. Obviously, we know who the 2 tacklers are going to be. We know John Feliciano is going to more than likely be the starting center.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
And Mark Lewinsky, we know Mark is going to start, whether it's
He's going to be
left
on
guard or right guard.
I think Mark's going to be on right. I think Mark's going to be on the right side.
Likely will probably be on the right. They'll probably do that strictly because Neil's the rookie. Mark's been in the league for a while, so he'll be able to go ahead and help him out.
Yeah, that's what I'm. That's the reason why I think he'll be. Yep. That's the exact reason why I think he'll be on the right side. Yep.
So the left guard spot is interesting. The guy that I'm really pulling for is Joshua Ezekiel. I am really pulling for that guy. I think he's got what it takes.
Listen,
there are some technique stuff, but this guy played multiple positions in the same drive. He played left tackle, guard. The guy's played center. He's played multiple positions. And the guy I think is extremely eager to learn. I think he's got more power than Lemieux does. I think he's got more, and I don't mean this in a sense of like Shane Lemieux is stupid, but I think that Ezekiel might understand and what's the word that I'm dissect the offensive guard position, play by play, game by game, drive by drive, better and faster than Shane Lemieux would do. So for me, I'm with you. I want to see the overall offensive line battles as a whole. But the left guard spot is the main spot, and I'm really pulling for Josh Ezekiel to really pull it out and become the starting guy. And he's got to go up against probably Max Garcia, who started a lot of games for Arizona. Who's going to have to battle him. Obviously, Shane, who's got some starts underneath his belt.
Or in that exact position.
And here's the thing. One of those, I mean, maybe not, but one of those guys between Shane and Max could get cut.
Here's the reason why I personally think that Shane is the guy for left tackle. Okay, this is why I think, because if left guard. If Andrew Thomas is saying that's my guy, like that's the dude that I'm around, then they're probably working together. They're probably training together. They're probably working on gaps together. They're probably doing a lot of stuff together, right? And I'm not saying that Lemieux is a starter. I'm just saying that if I'm looking, I feel like Thomas is going to have more chemistry with Lemieux, and that's what's going to make Lemieux look better. Not so much that Lemieux was playing super great, but the fact that there's consistency there. They both played there. Those were their two positions. They both played there at points throughout.
They're both in their rookie years.
Yeah,
they both play there. And that may be the case. Here's one thing, though. I don't necessarily think that the coaching staff is going to put Shane there, and this is what I like. I don't think they're going to necessarily put Shane there because AT came out and said publicly, oh, I like Shane. We get along good. We work out together. And Shane's going to have a shoe-in.
Oh, yeah. Just because of the chemistry. It's not because chemistry. Just the chemistry alone. That's the reason why.
They only have the 1 year together. They missed a good portion amount of time. Shane missed the entire year last year.
He did.
And that's why I think it's going to be critical in the OTAs when the real OTAs start up. Mini camps, preseason. It's really going to be about who's got the chemistry. I can honestly see that position being a three-way shuffle potentially between Ezekiel, Shane, and Max throughout the preseason. I think they're going to all get a good amount of playing time, and whoever's got the hot hand, whoever's got the best film on, the best tape, I think is gonna get the starting go.
That's essentially what's going to happen. I mean, like that's
what I'm saying, like.
That's
and it could even, if it's close, they could. I was all for Joe Judge doing trials when you had like in during the season, because you got to shuffle guys around. You got to find where guys are good. So I'm all for like in games like week 1 or week 2 or whatever, you want to let Shane play the first half and then but I don't take the guy out if he's playing good. You know what I mean? Like if the offensive line is playing good, don't just take Shane out and put in RZeroB because you want to see what RZeroB can do. If it's working, at the end of the day, you got to win games. If it's working, leave him in.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's my main
position. I don't know if that's a sentiment I can get behind, Rob. I don't know if I can get behind that sentiment right there. I can't. No,
but I'm saying like I'm okay with them trying it out throughout the regular season. Like if you're still going to figure it out.
That's what the preseason's for.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I'm saying, but if the guy's playing in the regular season game and he's playing good, don't take him out. If the offensive line is doing well, leave it. Like don't switch it out. Like if you start week 1 and RZeroB is the starter week 1, and your mindset was to go in there and we're going to let Joshua start first half, and then we'll let Shane play the second half. If Josh is going out there and you guys are dominating in the run, in the pass, don't take Joshua out. Leave him in. Because you could take one guy out, put another guy in, and that could screw it all up.
Yeah.
That could screw it all up.
That's
So don't make the change if you're dominating. If that position is struggling and it's like, whatever, I'm okay with making the change. But if it's like domination or if like you're up by a lot, then I'm okay with it. If you're up by a lot, yeah. But if it's a close game and it's a trenches battle, leave the guy in. My next position that I'm pushing is with you. I'm with the corners. Obviously, Bradbury leaving. Flott, I don't know, something about Flott, man. It just seems like he's a baller to me. I don't know what it is.
I'll tell you what it is.
If it's his hair, his body style,
I'll tell you
the way. Like I'm just looking at this dude come from LSU. Okay, they play the top schools in the nation. Okay, Wan'Dale Robinson and Flott already said that his the toughest wide receiver to cover was Wan'Dale Robinson. Mm-hmm. And Robinson said the toughest corner I went up against was Flott. So we arguably have some of the top guys at the two positions on our squad. And so I'm interested to see what Flott does. I'm interested to see Aaron Robinson. I'm interested to see Darnay Holmes. The guy that I'm really pushing for, that I really want to see what he's capable of, is Aaron Robinson. That's who I want to see.
Okay.
When I look at this guy's college tape, when I look at some of the games that he played, he reminds me of Peanut Tillman. That's who he reminds me of. Physical at the line of scrimmage, not afraid to make plays in the run game, tight coverage. May not be the fastest guy, and Peanut Tillman was not very fast by no means, but he was physically, he was strong with his hands.
Yeah, you already say you ain't going nowhere. He gonna be.
You weren't going anywhere.
He gonna be on your
at the line.
Yeah, he gonna be.
They're not same height wise. Peanut Tillman, he was taller, but from the physicality standpoint, they're very similar. I think Aaron Robinson's a little bit faster, but for me, I'm interested to see what Aaron Robinson does and how that comes to par.
Are you talking about as CB2 or as nickel corner?
I'm talking, like CB2. I personally think going into week 1, Flott's going to be the starting number 2 guy.
Flott's going to be the number 2 guy.
That's my thing there.
But
if Aaron Robinson was the starter at number 2 and Flott was at the nickel, I wouldn't be opposed to it as long as I'm seeing, as long as I'm seeing AR putting out some playing well. You know what I'm saying?
I won't be surprised if there's a rotation of corners throughout.
Oh, of course. There's definitely going to be. And I think there's going to be a rotation of corner. That's the thing with Wink. I think that's why they went out and they got guys like Micah McFadden. They went out and they got, Kayvon. They have Aziz. You got Quincy Roche. You got Beeves, right? I think there's going to be a heavy rotation of linebackers, corners, nickel blitzes, they could be on the field with 2 corners and 3 safeties.
They can.
He could do some crazy shit.
He can.
Like he's done that. So I don't know what we're gonna get, what's gonna happen, but to me, the number 2 corner spot is gonna tell a lot. And then my last thing that I'm gonna say with as far as the battles, I'm not gonna go inside backer, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on the defensive line. Now we got a nose tackle position, to me personally, and that is up for grabs. And I want, with everything I've got, I want them to have big, sexy Dexy at the nose tackle spot. I think that dude,
I put him at nose tackle too. Yeah,
havoc at the center part of that fucking defense. Excuse my language, but I want him to play nose tackle so bad, dude. He's got I think he's got the athletic ability of like a Geno Atkins back in the day, speed, quickness, like agility, but he's got power and he's got strength. And now you've got Leo, you've got Phibbs, you got Aziz going into his second year. You could very easily look at what Austin Johnson did last year. If you look at a lot of the players we got last year, was from Austin Johnson at the nose tackle position. This guy was always in the face of the quarterback last year. It wasn't. I think he may have had more pressures than Leo last year, or right there in the same vicinity with him. So I want Big Dex to play nose tackle, and we drafted a defensive tackle out of was it Alabama or Iowa? I think it was Iowa. Something Davis or something. I don't remember what school he was from. I think it was from like a mid school. I think it might have been Michigan or something. I can't remember the name of the school, the college. We signed the guy that played with Wink last year from Baltimore. We signed him. He played with the Raiders, and now he's with us. So I'm interested to see, as far as the defensive front seven, that battle and what that's going to look like, and how it's like they're going to be able to get pressure with that front seven, the 2 edges, the 3 down linemen. What is Wink going to do, and who's going to come out and be the top guys there?
Is that
Arizona State? DJ Davidson.
BS is in the house. What's going on?
Thank you, Kid Blue. So those are my positions that I'm looking forward to seeing the battles for.
I just want to say one thing about Flott, because a lot of people are saying like, oh man, there's just something about this kid. There's just something about this kid. Let me tell you what it is about this kid. Okay. Flott went from being one of the worst corners in the nation in regards to his statistics, not his ability.
One of the top.
In regards to his statistics, not his ability, he was one of the worst cornerbacks in the nation in college. Not this season, but the season before. This season, he put in so much work and became one of the best corners in the entire SEC. Like, he was the number 1 corner in the SEC. He went from being one of the worst to the best in the conference. That's why there's something about this kid. It's because of his work ethic. It's because of his desire. It's because
and I think I heard somebody saying from a lockdown perspective, like playing like in the game, in your face, coverage to coverage, that him and Ahmad Gardner were the 2 best corners in the draft. The 2 best corners in the draft, as far as being in your face, being physical, being all-purpose types of corners in the run, like contesting catches.
Yep.
Like him and Ahmad Gardner were it was said was the 2 top corners in the draft coming in. Obviously, Stingley was rated higher because, was rated top, in the top. But from a coverage standpoint, Flott and Ahmad Gardner were we're right there as far as being the top.
Yeah.
So I know we're getting close to that hour mark. We got about another 25 minutes or so, or 20 minutes or so to go. Let's kind of break down. I was in a space today at work when I was at work listening to these freaking people talking about the NFC East and
I saw that space. I saw you were in that space. I did not go in that space.
It was like, I'll be honest.
I
don't think I was erratic at all. But I started I got at this guy Nick, who's an Eagles fan, and I started talking again, and I apologized to him because we got a little heated, and then I started giving my breakdown of whatever, and they actually muted everybody and removed me from speaking for some reason. I don't know why.
Because you was calling everybody a piece of shit.
No, I wasn't calling everybody a piece of shit. No, definitely wasn't doing that. But I've learned my lesson. So inside joke. But but no, when you're looking at the division as a whole, what are your thoughts on this division? Obviously, we're agreeing the division is not good, and I think it's up for grabs really with any team in this division because of how bad it is. Now, obviously, we're playing the same teams that the people in our division are playing and everything like that. But I feel like we have a really, really light schedule. I feel like our division does. And so I think that Dallas took a step back. I think the Amari Cooper, release was the wrong move. I felt like it should have been Michael Gallup that they should let walk because I don't feel that CeeDee Lamb is ready to be the main guy because I think he's going to take a big step back because he doesn't have Gallup over the top and he has Amari in the middle and they could do whatever they want to do with him. Now he's going to get a lot of attention. And I don't think he's ready for that attention yet. You got Dalton Schultz, which I think will help. And I think low-key is going to become the top target of that offense, in my opinion. You just look at that chemistry. I mean, Dak was throwing a lot to Dalton Schultz. And I think that guy, if you guys play fantasy, I would definitely get Dalton Schultz in fantasy because the guy's going to catch a lot of balls and he's going to score some touchdowns. I think he's going to lead that team. I think he's going to honestly lead that team in receptions and touchdowns.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd go that far.
I would.
Maybe receptions. I don't know about touchdowns, but it could very well be that. But yeah, he's super ass good. And here's the thing about this division, and it's weird, right? Because I feel like this division right now is fool's gold. I feel like whoever wins the division this year is being given a bill of goods. You know what I mean? Like you're being sold a bill of goods because I kind of agree that I feel like this schedule isn't like a super crazy difficult ass schedule.
Nah.
There are some very good teams on this schedule. We're going to have some very tough games. We are probably going to lose some of those very tough games. But yeah, I agree that the schedule is not like super duper crazy. And I think that, while I do feel like the Cowboys have taken a step back based on their offseason, I don't know if I want to count them out yet. Because I mean, they still did make some good moves, via the draft. They got some good players. And we're going to have to see what happens. So I'm not going to count out the Cowboys, but I won't say that I think the Cowboys are going to win the division. Like I said last year, Eagles. Okay. Let's talk about it. Right. I said earlier, no cap.
I hope you're still here, Bird Gang.
Yeah, I hope so. I said earlier, no cap. Eagles look scary. They made some great moves in the offseason. They probably had one of the better off seasons of any team in the league. Just in regards to what they lost versus what they gained. And for them to get, for them to get AJ, first of all, I was crazy to me. I was like, what? They traded for him? That's crazy to me. But we're not going to sit here and act like he's not a damn fine wide receiver. We're not going to sit here and act like we should not be concerned about this man, because he's damn good. Okay, he's damn good. And the thing that prevents me from saying like definitively that I think the Eagles are the best team in the division is their quarterback, because I don't believe in Jalen Hurts. I know there's a lot of people who do. I don't think he is the kind of quarterback that elevates the team. I think he's the kind of quarterback where the team needs to elevate him. So it's going to really depend on the way this team works. And I don't want to put it out there that, I've made a lot of jokes about how I think that Hurts is trash and all that, right? Just the obligatory shit talking of being a fan of the NFC East. But I don't think that he's a bad quarterback. I don't think that he's terrible. I don't think that he's trash. I do think that he is very athletic. He's a great athlete. He throws okay. I think he throws fine, right? But I just don't feel like he is that kind of quarterback that changes a franchise. And to be completely honest, I feel the same way about him as the way I feel about Daniel Jones. Like, I don't think this is the guy. I don't think this is going to be the guy at the end of your rookie deal. I don't think you're going to be the guy. So it wouldn't surprise me if he's going after his rookie contract. But and then Washington. Okay, Washington is fucking weird, because I don't know if Washington is going to be good or bad. Like, I can't look at this roster and say, oh my God, this is scary. But I also can't look at the roster and say these guys suck, right? We know that the organization is a trash bag, garbage can. We know that the owner is an absolute dirtbag. And we know that we hate that team with all of our might around here. I hope that they suck, because y'all know I hate the Commanders, or whatever the fuck this goofy ass name they're going with in Washington. I hate them. I hope they suck. I'm biased and I don't care, but that's my least favorite team in the division. So fuck them. Hapatoot. But I can't tell if they're good or they're bad, because it's just.
I think the reason why we can't really determine about Washington is because of all the off the field crap that's going on with the organization.
I don't trust Carson Wentz. They have a really good O-line.
Dude, I think for honestly, they continue to do Taylor Heineke dirty, bro. Like, he should he should be going into the offseason with as the starter or competing for the starting job. Like the guy should have been doing it last year and he didn't. They said that whoever was going to be the starter, whoever was the starter going into the season or whatever, it wasn't Heineke. The only reason why Heineke played was because their two guys got injured, or their starter got injured. So I wasn't playing. So to me personally, Taylor Heineke, I think could be a really, really good player for him, a really good quarterback, but he continues to come in, play well, and then, hey, see you later. You're not our starter, and we're gonna bring in Carson Wentz, and we're gonna do that. And I just think that whole team, that whole organization is in shambles, unfortunately, and it's sad because there's a lot of history. I believe that was the team that had the first African American quarterback to win a Super Bowl.
Doug Williams, correct.
Doug Williams. A lot of history that goes with that organization. Mm-hmm. A lot of heritage. A lot of history with that organization,
and a good fan base, and a good fan base. I hate Washington, but I commend
their fan base is great to communicate with, everything. Yeah. And it's sad. It's sad that the organization is going in that direction, and hopefully maybe they could try to turn it around, but I doubt it, because even guys that played there said it's very hard to play there with everything else that's going on within the actual organization. And regarding to Philadelphia, I am not on the, and this is not because I hate Philly, but I am not on the bandwagon saying, oh, these guys had a great offseason.
Really?
Okay? I'm not. Let me read you some stats here. Week 1, 49 yards. Week 2, 43 yards. Week 3, 0 yards. Week 4, nothing at all. No catch, no receiving yards. Week 5, 38 yards. Week 6, 91 yards. Week 7, 133 yards. Week 8, 155 yards. Week 9, 42 yards. Week 10, 16 yards. Week 11, 48 yards. Week 16, 145 yards. Week 17, 41 yards. Week 18, 68 yards. This man, A.J. Brown, only went over 100 yards 3 times last year. 3 times in 2021. And he had 3 touchdowns. 3 receiving touchdowns. Now, let me make this let me make this point very clear. And I'm going to use this as another example. Corey Davis, that had decent stats with Tennessee, went to the Jets and is nothing more than an average wide receiver. Is an average wide receiver. Okay? You have a guy like A.J. Brown, you just gave this man $100 million. To me, this guy is not even a top 10 wide receiver yet. Not even a top 10 wide receiver. The guy hasn't broken 1,100 yards since he's been in the league, in a division and on a team that is run heavy, that goes up against 8 or 9 in the box, which leaves one-on-one coverage with a single high safety. And you have A.J. Brown, and you're not dominating. Derrick Henry goes down week 5. And you still don't take over as the number 1 producer. After week 5, he had 3. After week 5, he had 133 yards, 155 yards, and 145 yards. Other than that, he only broke 60 yards after that twice. Twice after week 5. But Philly gave him $100 million. So if he is in a run heavy going up against 9 in the box, single coverage, 1 high safety against the Tennessee Titans, when you know damn well they're coming to stop Derrick Henry, King Henry. There's no question about it. What are you going to do when you're in Philly can't run the football. Like, they don't have Derrick Henry. And now you're going up against a division that you have Trayvon Diggs, you've got Adoree Jackson, you've got Kendall Fuller. What are you going to do? I'm telling you, AJ is going to be a flop.
You think?
Flop, dude.
Hey, mark your calendars, people.
Flop.
May 18th in the year of our Lord 2022, RZeroB said that AJ Brown's going to be.
Because doesn't my argument make sense? Like, if you're in a run heavy scheme, and I get it. Maybe if Derrick Henry wasn't there, you can make an argument. Hey, they're running the ball a lot, and I get they still were running the football. But even with Derrick Henry, because I guess Foreman he was doing well. But you got to think, like, while he's there, you're in a run heavy he has to be going to be in single coverage. How are you not breaking multiple? Like, he should have multiple games over 100 yards.
I don't know. It sounds to me like we need to find a Tennessee Titan content creator and bring his ass in here and explain what the hell happened, because I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, that to me, that's if you're struggling to produce on a run heavy team, especially after week 5, when your main offense was gone, like, and you still don't produce, Like, how do you justify giving that man $100 million? Like, I'm just saying. So I'm not saying we're winning the division or Eagles winning the division or Cowboys or Commanders are winning the division. I think the division is open. But what I will say is this. I will say this. Out of every team that's in that division right now, from a coaching perspective, I think the Giants are in a better position than any other team in that division, regardless of the head coach that's in that's in Philly. I mean, newsflash: you guys' offense really wasn't anything special. You guys really didn't do anything, to be honest with you. Yeah, you guys lit it up against the Atlanta Falcons like they suck. Like, I mean, like, come on now. I mean, they're terrible. I get we couldn't beat them, but they're terrible. Okay, when you guys played teams with good defenses, you struggled. You struggled. The Cowboys, they lost major. They lost 2 wide receivers. They lost a right tackle. They lost their top defensive edge rusher because DeMarcus Lawrence he's a shell of himself. He's nowhere near the same guy he was 3 years ago or 2 years ago, I would say. And to be honest with you, you guys want to rave about Trayvon Diggs. The guy led the NFL in yardage allowed as a corner. Interceptions ate everything. He allowed the most amount of yardage. He broke the record in a single season. I think he allowed over 1,800 yards receiving last year to wide receivers, if I'm not mistaken. He set a record. I like the Giants with the people that we got as far as the weapons, with the coaching staff. But after next year, after this coming up year, it's all over for everybody in this division, except for one team, the Cowboys. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. One name, Sean Payton.
You think Sean Payton's coming to the Cowboys?
100%. I'm 100%.
Okay.
100%. When that happens, just
call it. Let's wrap it up. If that
and again, I'm hoping that Dave's and all of them that it's a battle. I really do. But if that happens, that division is going through Dallas.
Okay.
100%.
Sean
Payton is arguably, to me, the second best head coach in the national. He's the second best head coach in the National Football League.
I just don't know if
him and Sean McVay, two Seans. Like, it's Belichick 1, Sean Payton's number 2, easily for me.
Oh boy! All right. Well, listen. I think that's a good point to get on out of here. Is with Rob saying that after this season, Cowboys got it on lock if Sean Payton becomes their head coach. I personally don't think that's going to happen. I will say this. Y'all know I don't like to make predictions, but if I told you who I think had the best chance of winning this division right now, with a gun to my head, I'm going to say the Eagles by default because I don't think the Cowboys are going to be that threatening, and I don't believe in the Giants, and fuck the Commanders. So if gun to my head, I'd have to kind of give the edge to the Eagles right now. But however, we have not seen any football yet. So anything that we say right now is actually kind of
it could totally change.
Everything we're saying right now is actually kind of meaningless.
It really is.
So, okay, Rob, what you got going on for the rest of this week? What you got going on between now and our next show on Wednesday?
Really not anything, guys. I'm still. I did the show because I missed doing it with PTA last week. I had to take some personal time. I'm taking personal time this week as well. To get some things, figured out. And that's why I really haven't been, very active. But I wanted to jump on tonight because I missed, I want to talk to my boy. I want to talk some football. There's some things that were taking place, so I wanted to be on. So just kind of be laying low this week. We'll probably get back into certain things next week. I got some things planned out about some ideas where I want to go, with my channel, my content. Not so much like the YouTube, like we're gonna get back into the Giants content and stuff like that. But from a Twitch perspective, I really want to create a platform for people to come and hang out and share a lot of things. Obviously, you guys know it's mental health awareness. Well, Jesus Christ, health awareness month. And mental health awareness could be for a number of different things. It could be from work, that you're stressing from work. It could be relationship related. It could be family related. It could be loss related. It could be anything. And it's out there and people are going through it. And I want to create an outlet where people can come hang out, talk, chill, express themselves, and be in an area where you don't feel judged, you don't feel out of place. It's just a spot where you can go and communicate, because I truly feel that communication is the best thing that you can do when going through something. Keeping things bottled up, keeping things inside is not good. It's not healthy. Don't do it. If you're not going to reach out to a family member, reach out to a friend, reach out to a therapist, and stuff like that. Like it really does help just to express, just to talk and let it out. So that's where I'm going to be taking a lot of my channel for Twitch. We'll still do like our games here and there and stuff like that. We're going to start the podcast stuff like once a week. We'll do that. And then if it picks up, we'll do it more. Giants YouTube, we'll still be doing that. I'm going to get back into that. But yeah, I mean, I'm just going to be laying low. It was my son's birthday today. He turned 10. We had a little get together for him tonight, like just us, but we got a little birthday party that he's going to be, that we'll be doing on Saturday and stuff like that. So we're doing that. And then just relaxing. I've really been spending a lot of time with my family, man. And I'm loving it. So
good. Hey, so just a peek behind the curtain, because it is Mental Health Awareness Month. I actually had an appointment with my psychiatrist today, and it went great. All right, and I'm not ashamed to say that I have a psychiatrist and a therapist. I got two of them. Okay, and I talk to them as often as I possibly can, because it's very important, as Rob said, to talk this stuff out and figure out how you can get past whatever it is that's affecting you, whether it's, counseling, talking to your friends, your family, your significant other, or in my case, a therapist and a psychiatrist. So yeah, if don't feel like, you too big and bad to get, to go in and get help. All right. Marine. Okay. War veteran. Okay. I like to classify myself as a little bit of a badass, but I take my ass to therapy. All right. So y'all go do that shit too. All right. Great. Well, listen, this was a great ass show. Sorry we started
back.
Yes. Sorry we started a couple minutes late, but we had a little technical
difficulty. User error.
It's my user error. It's always my fault because I'm the producer of the show. So listen, with that being said, listen, I hope everybody has a great week. Can't wait to talk to you guys next Wednesday, as always. Make sure that you are following us on Twitter. Make sure that you are subscribing to all of our channels, all of our content, okay? Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Maybe you got TikTok. I don't know. I got TikTok. I don't ever use it. Just come find us. We're everywhere, okay? And we're always willing to talk and interact with all you guys on every one of our social media platforms. So for the illustrious RZeroB, I am Pest the motherfucking Analyst. And as soon as I find the outro, we are getting out of here. Deuces!